headlines of this bulletin. An online workshop on Vietnam's urbanization in response to new challenges of climate change, natural disasters, and pandemics was convened. The outline and expenses for the project of developing agricultural tourism in Cần Thơ City in 2021-2025 phase Vision to 2030 were approved. The two communes of Nhân Nghĩa and Giai Xuân in Phong Điền district were recognized as advanced new style rural communes in 2021. Hello and welcome to Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station and Top News Today. Welcoming to Vietnam's Urban Days, November 8, the Ministry of Construction organized a workshop on Vietnam's urbanization in response to new challenges of climate change, natural disaster, and epidemics. Along with other ministries and sectors, localities, and international organizations, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City's People's Committee Nguyễn Thực Hiện joined the discussion with the topic of urban development and building adaptability in response to impacts. Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee briefed the conference about the geographical location, socio-economic situation, and informed that Cần Thơ City is honored to be awarded the certificate of ASEAN Environmentally Sustainable City in 2021. However, like many other localities, Cần Thơ City is experiencing multiple negative impacts caused by climate change, natural disaster, and the COVID-19 pandemic. Implementing Resolution number 59 of the Politburo, the city proposed many practical solutions to adapt to the impacts, like focusing on multidisciplinary and long-term planning, taking advantage of investment funds for major projects in response to climate change, proactively building development plans for each discipline and field, and connecting with neighboring provinces following Resolution number 120 of the government. The city has also developed strategies to effectively implement socio-economic and urban development solutions to safely adapt to the COVID-19 pandemic, building a database for local authorities' administrations, as well as facilitating people and businesses' participation in the city's activities. In response to challenges of climate change, natural disasters, and pandemic, Cần Thơ continues to strive to become a nuclear urban locality, the center of the Mekong Delta region, and one of the 6 key cities in implementing the project of developing Vietnamese cities to respond to climate change, and has the urbanization rate of 76% and 80% to 2025 and 2030, respectively. The City People's Committee on the afternoon of November 8 convened a regular online meeting to collect opinions on the draft statements that will be passed at the year-end sections of the City People's Council. Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Ngọc Hè chaired the meeting. Accordingly, the meeting collected opinions to pass 12 statements, notably the statement on approving the settlement of Cần Thơ City's budget in 2020, the statement of budget collection estimates in the city in 2022, the statement on assigning civil servants positions in administrative units of the city in 2022, the statement on the draft resolution of the City People's Council on not collecting school fees in the second term of 2021-2022 school year, the statement on promulgating principles, criteria, and distribution levels of regular spending estimate of the state budget in 2022. At the function, most of the delegates agreed with the statements. In his conclusive remarks, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Ngọc Hè requested concerned departments and sectors to continue to make amendments to soon perfect draft statements to be passed at the year-end section of the City People's Council. On the morning of November 8, the Management Board of the Trade Union Institution Project and the Vietnam General Labour Confederation worked with the Labour Confederation of Cần Thơ City on the implementation of the project to build a trade union institutions in Cần Thơ. Attending the function was Standing Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Dương Tấn Hiển and concerned departments. The project to build a trade union institutions in Cần Thơ City has an area of 3 hectares located in Tranok 2 Industrial Zone in Phước Thới Ward, Ô Môn District, including the housing blocks for workers, a multi-purpose house with a capacity of 1,000 people, a central square, drugstores, supermarkets, lifestyle, cultural and social service system for workers, flower gardens, trees, sport fields, and other technical and social infrastructure works. The expected implementation period is from 2021 to 2023. As of now, Cần Thơ City People's Committee and Vietnam General Labour Confederation have issued documents to unify the investment policy and implementation plan of the project. Regarding the housing blocks for workers, the Project Management Board proposed the height from 7 to 15 floors compared to the general planning of Cần Thơ City for this area of about 10 floors. Cần Thơ City has 6 industrial zones. Over 24,000 workers need housing, but has not yet had any projects for workers' housing. To speed up the project implementation, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Dung Tấn Hiển said that he would assign the People's Committee of Ô Môn District to relocate households temporarily using part of this land and suggested the Vietnam General Labour Confederation make proposals to adjust the project scale in response to workers' needs. Cần Thơ City People's Committee has decided to approve the outline and the expenses for the project of developing agricultural tourism in Cần Thơ City in 2021-2025 phase, Vision to 2030. Over 60% of Cần Thơ City's areas is the countryside, surrounded by a network of rivers and canals, creating a signature fluvial landscape. The general aim of the project is to effectively exploit natural resource values in agriculture, provide instructions for specific implementation activities to enhance the competitiveness of the city's agricultural tourism industry, move towards developing agricultural tourism in an eco-sustainable direction, creating an accelerating value chain for the whole tourism industry in accordance with the new situation in the socio-economic development strategy of the city. Cần Thơ City People's Committee required the compilation unit of the Culture, Sports and Tourism Department to evaluate the current situation and the potentials for agricultural tourism development of the city, thereby proposing appropriate models, policy, solutions and development plans for the 2021-2025 phase, Vision to 2030. At decision number 3143 and 3144, dated November 5, 2021, Cần Thơ City People's Committee recognized the two communes of Nhân Nghĩa and Giai Xuân in Phong Điền District as advanced new style rural communes in 2021. As of now, the two communes of Nhân Nghĩa and Giai Xuân have achieved 49 out of 49 criteria of 19 out of 19 advanced new style rural standards. Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee tasked Chairman of Phong Điền District People's Committee with recognizing and commending the communes as stipulated. Thereby, Cần Thơ City now has 12 out of 36 communes recognized as advanced new style rural communes. On the morning of November 8, the Department of Logistics of Military Zone 9 reviewed the operations of the Field Hospital for Infectious Diseases No. 6B. Chief of the Military Zone Logistics Department, Colonel Đặng Văn Hiếu, chaired the conference. Field Hospital for Infectious Diseases No. 6B is located at Phước Thới Ward of Ô Môn District with a capacity of 300 to 500 beds, designated for treating COVID-19 patients with mild and moderate symptoms. After 2.5 months of receiving and treating COVID-19 patients in Cần Thơ, the Party Committee, Directorate of the hospital, have directed the excellent accomplishment of tasks of the hospital. Specifically, the hospital received and treated 512 patients, cured 455 or 88.87% of the patients with no fatality. This is thanks to the determination, efforts and unity of the Home Officers, soldiers and hospital staff, which were proposed to receive the Prime Minister Merit Certificate by the Chief of Military Zone's High Command. And now, as usual, let's have a look at the updated weather forecast. And that is the end of today's edition of Cần Thơ News. To rewatch our bulletins, you can log on to our website at canthotv.vn. And now, thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye and see you next time.